Good afternoon, everybody. Good evening. Good morning. Whatever time it is, wherever you are in the world, this is Alan Bostic, the Poker Shaman, streaming to you from the Poker Dojo in Oakland, California, where the time is currently 1:34 p.m. on the afternoon of Thursday, July 7th, 2022. I am back after too long not streaming. Today I am starting out with an hour-long play and explain session, single table on Bovada, playing 100 no limit cash game. And I am going to be trying to explain my thought process as I play. I use this as a study tool so that I can compare my in-game thought process to what I see after the fact. Excuse me, I'm feeling a tickle in my throat. I need a throat lozenge. And of course, as I have been relatively recently, I'm going to be emphasizing hand reading and when I'm taking action, what hands I am hoping to get calls from my value bets, what specific combos the villain ought to have, what specific combos I am hoping to get folds with from when I bluff. When I consider calling a villain bet, what specific combos does the villain have that I beat? This is by way of honing my hand reading ability, honing my general sense of where I am in the hand, and getting better as a player. I've gotten better at this, but I am nowhere near as good at it as I would like to be, so here I am honing that skill. And hopefully for anybody watching, I am modeling honing a particular skill. Working on one thing at a time, one or two things at most, to get better is a better way of improving than just looking at this, learning this idea, trying to put it into effect, looking at that idea, try to put into effect, and so on. But focused attention to one aspect of the game until I get it up to scratch, and then choosing the next one and working on that. That's slow and steady improvement, but it's a powerful improvement. And so I'm still waiting to get a hand on this 100 no limit table. Don't have enough data to get reads on this player. That's P1. So this, when we start getting dealt in, this will move to the appropriate place. This player is short stacked. This player is short stacked. Presumed to be fish. These normal size stacks, these close to 100 big blind stacks, are to first order reggish, but we will see how they continue to play. We are 2 hands out from the big blind, 2 more hands to go. Button open limps with a short stack. That tags them as a fish. This is One more hand. Watching how this hand plays out. Ace, queen of hearts, jack of spades. Big blind check, cut off check, deuce of clubs on the turn. Big blind has now checked. Cutoff is betting twice pot after having open limped in the cutoff. They open for the minimum in the hijack. Cutoff calls. We have 8-4 offsuit. We are not playing this. Button 3 bets 5x, which is a bit large. The opener flats, the caller folds. 7 diamond, 6 diamond tray clubs. Doesn't favor the razor's range. They dock half pot. Which is terra bad. We take it down. Here's our second hand in the small blind. 9 deuce diamonds. Promoting them from green to purple because they've played every hand they've been dealt into. We're folding. They min open. No data. Jam for 2x pot on a brick river. Ace, king, 6, 8, 3. They had 7-4 suited. Folding the king 4 to an open and a 3 bet. Folding the jack deuce. We're not playing that. Just taking a lengthy note on this player who I might want to promote to orange as maniac. 60, 60, 50. Pocket threes in the, this is a new player, I guess. I'm folding that. Want fives are better, especially with the poster. We've lost our aggro clown, but a short stacker is promising. And come on, you need your time bank? Tell me what you've got. I'll tell you what to do. Our big blind, we have jack deuce off suit. We're not defending that. Button opens, we are folding. Queen 5 in the small blind, that is unplayable. Low jack open limps, we mark them as a fish. This player ISOs, we have them marked as a fish, but who knows? The sizing is a little large, just a little. As always, the background music is provided by Lo-Fi Records. They generously license their music for use in streams and videos. Currently, we're listening to the playlist Lo-Fi Girls Discoveries on Spotify. We're going to fold this. This is not good enough to flat. It's not good enough to 3-bet, so we fold. This player is donktastic. And we would have gotten there. Such is life when you play good. 6-5 offsuit is unplayable, especially with a low jack open. I want to keep my talk in game in this session to my thought process as I play. What am I noticing here? Well, there's small blind is short stacked, and they donk. Pretty seriously donk tasked. The opener raises and gets a fold. Queen 3 offsuit is unplayable. We're folding it. Low jack has opened, 2.5x, standard size. Ace 8 suited in hearts in the big blind. We're happy to 3-bet this. 9, 10, 50. Let's make it 11. And we flop the nut flush draw, backdoor straight. Bet 30%. The bet gets through. Easy game. We are going to open this, 3 bigs. This player is reasonably reggish. Gets through. Queen 9 suited in spades, that's openable on the button. So we open it. Gets through. After a couple of orbits of laying low, we wake up and push everybody around and win 1/10 of a buy-in net. If we had played this hand, we'd have filled up by the river, but it was unplayable, so 10 deuce suited in the hijack is going nowhere, so we fold it. Queen 4 is a fold. We are happy with this evaluation of this player as reggish now that they're 30-25 after 20 hands. 36-0 keeps this person green. 42-11 keeps this person green. 26-26 makes them yellow. We don't know anything about this person yet. Queen 9 offsuit in the big blind. Low jack opens. This is an easy fold, especially after the cutoff 3 bets. Not quite enough, but they bet half pot, which is ignorant. B Money 3583 says, the shaman is back. Yes, I'm back. I've been having adventures. But since this is the play and explain session, I'm going to put off Ace Jack offsuit. They 3-bet with Ace Jack offsuit. What did the other player have? Ace 9 suited. Ace 4 offsuit we're not playing, but we take a note here. That was the cutoff. Min open, jam, 10s versus ace 8. 10s hold up, the idiot busts out. Well, this person's also an idiot, but let's get another idiot, I hope, soon. This person buys in for the max. And it's going to be a while until they play a hand unless they post. This player is not topping off. 3-5 is going to be a fold. Person not topping off, so they are less reggish than they might be. What have we got? Queen 10, that's going to be an open. All right, 4-4-6. Paired dynamic, button in position. We're going to check this. They bet half pot. We have no backdoor draws. We do have overcards. I'm going to fold. Their pre-flop stats are fairly tame. Their post-flop stats are fairly tame. We had overcards. Their bet was half pot, which was we're going to call this. We flop backdoor straight and heart draw. This is going to be a check raise. We have value, but our 3 is no good here. Followed up by aces in the small blind. We are going to 4-bet this. Four bet gets through. Jack 5 is going to be a fold. He didn't like that. So now we're 3-handed. A 6 in the cutoff, not good enough to open. Pocket 3s are eminently defendable in the big blind. Cutoff opens. Tight player. We call. And it's a paired dynamic board, two-tone. We are checking. Do we have enough? We would call with ace high. I think we have to call here. We beat air, and they're betting range. They've got a lot of air in their range. Let's call. It's a hard flop to hit. 5 doesn't change anything. And now we block a straight. I think we have enough showdown value to check. If they bet, we have to think about it. They're overbetting the pot. Ace tray. Their value hands are ace deuce and ace tray to bet so large. They're really polarized. I think we actually have a call here. If they have an overpair, then fine, but they had queen 10. But that was a reggish kind of play. I like that hand. 8-4 offsuit. New player posts in the low jack. That marks them as kind of fishy. We have 8-4 offsuit. We're folding. Queen Jack in the cutoff. That's eminently openable, but not if someone opens ahead of us. Tight player. Ace 5 in the hijack. Offsuit is a fold. Jack 8 is an open in the low jack, suited in diamonds. It's the weakest suited jack I'll open. King 7 suited, Queen 8, Jack 8. David K. Poker is raving with a party of 155. All right, we have... This favors our range very much. We are, in fact, open-ended with a backdoor. I'm going to bet 70%. Ha! We can't bet anymore. Our backdoor draw has... Thanks for the raid. Tens and jacks. We are not putting any more money into this pot. If they bet, we're folding. The bad run out saved us money. We are 3-betting this. And a gut shot with overcards. We are betting 30%. Gets through. Jack 6 off is going nowhere. Appreciate the raid, David K. Poker. And 155 viewers. That's fun. I'm just doing this play and explain here. I'm going to be streaming for about half an hour more before taking a break. I play hour-long sessions punctuated by breaks because I found a long time ago that my results starting dropping off when my session length was over an hour. So play an hour, take a break, play an hour, take another break, play another hour, take another break. This one is just a single table play and explain session where I try to explain my thought process. I use this as a study aid for review afterwards. I compare my in-game thoughts as I verbalize to what I think about when I review the hand, what I see, what looks like a mistake to me, and so on. So I can debug my in-game thought process and try to upgrade it, try to improve it. I do one play and explain session a week. This is not good enough to open. It's just not. King 5 offsuit, we're not opening. A lot of my thoughts is as I explain them, is just recognizing that a given hand is not in my opening range for a particular position, so I fold it. Having a good handle on pre-flop ranges gives you a good foundation for later street play. Keeps you out of a lot of trouble spots. Five, three offsuit is absolutely unplayable. Jack 10, heart spade. If they open, we're defending. Eight, six, six, rainbow, paired dynamic, hard flop. That's a third of a pot. And we're going to call with this because we have to call with a lot of our range here. That's a miss. And we can easily let this go. We're folding the 7-5 suited to the low jack open. We don't want to 3-bet with it. And against the presumed tight low jack opener's range. 9-3 offsuit is not going anywhere on the button. Thinking now in retrospect about that Jack 10 hand. Should we raise with it? I'm not so sure. Ace 7 offsuit is a hair too weak to open from the cutoff. My minimum default open is Ace 8 offsuit. 9-4 offsuit, that's going nowhere. I suppose there's an argument for raising that Jack 10 on the flop. But if we're raising that, what else are we raising? I think I prefer just, we're going to have a wide raising range there, but I prefer just to peel and get out of dodge. Raising, though, would give us a free shot at the free look at the river. King 10, not good enough. King Jack I would open here, but not King 10. I'll open Ace 10 offsuit here. I'll open King Jack offsuit here, but not King 10. Queen 4 offsuit in the big blind is not defendable. So we fold to the hijack open. Nine five in the small blind is unplayable. And that is the weakness of these play and explain sessions. But mostly what I'm explaining are my pre-flop folds. What HUD am I using, and does it work with Ignition? I'm using Poker Tracker 4. The setup of the HUD is my own setup based on advice from people like Peter Clark, Carruthers, and Alex Fitzgerald. And it works on Ignition. I'm playing Bovada, which is essentially the same as Ignition, it's just different skin. The issue is that it only gathers hands from this particular session. There's no memory of players from session to session because of being anonymous on Ignition and Bovada. But still information that is useful over the course of a session, and you'll see me making decisions based on how tight or loose, how fishy or reggish the player seems to be. 6 tray suited in clubs on the button versus a low jack open. We're folding. Low jack is 25-13 after 18 hands. That's VPIP and pre-flop raise. I haven't had a chance to 3-bet yet. Small blind, min 3-bets. Actually, min 3-bet would be 5, but still that's pretty small. That's pretty ignorant. They're short stack, which displays ignorance. And they might bet their aces or kings. They bet half pot. Again, that's pretty ignorant. And this player raises, which is hella ignorant. This player has very likely aces or kings. You'd have to have exactly ace-9 here to make this raise. There, go all in. King-9. And this moron backs into, what were the hands? Ace-queen offsuit. All right, this is going to be an open. Opening the ace-jack, we get flatted on the button. We flop top pair, weak kicker. Two-tone, it's a dynamic board. I'm going to bet half pot, a little more than 30%. We're betting more because we're out of position. This player is focused on suited aces. They raise. We're not folding. Suited aces, suited connectors, and pairs. They likely have a hand like 10 jack or jack 9. And now we have a gut shot. Hearts, front door hearts have gotten there. And we're checking again. We might be good. I doubt it, but we might be. Queen Jack. And we take a note. What was that board? JT3D. Jack 10 in the small blind. That's a 3-betting hand. We have a gut shot. This is otherwise a dry board. Our C-bet gets through. We've 3-bet this person a number of times, and they've all given up so far on the flop. 10-7 offsuit's a fold. I should say that to use the Poker Tracker 4 HUD with Ignition and Bovada, you do have to pay for an additional hand catcher or hand grabber. I use the one that Poker Tracker 4 sells, and it's unfortunately a monthly subscription or yearly subscription. I think software by subscription is the devil, but 8-9 suited in the cutoff is obvious open. Button flats, we've seen what kind of range they flat with. I'm widening the range to kind of basically all the broadways. Here's a squeeze, and this is in our calling range. And this is a complete whiff. This player is unknown. We are not betting. I bet they have a big pair like kings, queens, jacks. Now we're open-ended, and we can begin to start taking the pot away from them. And we get there. We are overbetting the pot with our polarized range. Lucky us, but we don't get called. Should have sized down. Pocket threes in the hijack, not quite good enough. 220, open on the button, we have king 9 offsuit. Small blind 3 bets, we fold. If they had just flatted, which I expect they don't do very often, we would have a decision to make because it would be ordinarily it would be a defend, but king 9 does not play well multi-way. This player is not a fish where neither player is looking fishy. King 3 offsuit is going to be a fold. So we're not incentivized to play lots of hands with them. And king 9 offsuit just doesn't play well multi-way, so I would be inclined towards folding, although getting 4.4, 5.4 to 2.2 is like 18 to 7. Like 2.5, between 2.5 and 3 to 1. It's a good price, but it's a terrible hand. So I think if this person had flatted, we would be folding the king 9. Even if they had folded, we'd be calling without hesitation. Seven, 6 off for folding. Checking something out on my one start 1:40 p.m. It's 2:28, so that's like 48 minutes. 12 minutes to go. Starting to think about the break after this first hour and what I'm going to have for lunch. I have fresh baked bread in the house, and we have leftover roast chicken, so I'm thinking about a chicken sandwich for lunch. And maybe a carrot on the side. Every week I bake homemade sourdough bread, and so we have good bread here. Okay, 8-3 offsuit in the button in the big blind. We're not defending. This rocket scientist has open limped in the low jack. We're folding to the ISO. Folding the deuce 4 suited. Queen jack, got about 9 minutes to go. Again, we are 3-betting. Three-betting a cutoff open. This player is probably getting sick of me 3-betting them. This isn't my 4-bet calling range. And we have, it's a paired dynamic board. We have backdoor clubs and a gut shot. As usual, we are betting small, 30%. Pick up the club draw. All right, spot's fairly small, so compared to the stack size, SBR is pretty big, so we're not shooting to get the money in. Bet 70% with our high equity draw. Double paired board. We've got Bupkis. I don't think we can get an ace to fold at this point. We block missed straight draws. We block club draws. So I think we have to check behind. They had a pair of sevens and picked up draws. My table manager, Jurajin, gives me the notification I've been playing for more than an hour. That is to say, the table has been open for more than an hour, but it took rather a while for me to get my first hand. So we've got 6 more minutes to go. 4-5 is a fold. It would have sucked for this guy for a 10 to hit. Ace King, we are opening, suited in spades in the low jack. Button flats. Let's hope one of these people squeeze. No squeeze. All low cards. They fold. We bet 30%. They miss a lot of, they call with their pairs and drop everything, pairs and heart draws and drop everything else, call or raise. Fold to the 3-bet. This player is looking fairly active. 5-5 deuce, paired dry, all low, so it kind of misses the range, either player's range. Although both of them have some ace-5 in their range. And I think I'm going to sit out the next big blind. Got 4 minutes to go. They're folding the 8-6. Really appreciate people watching. Hit the follow button if you like what you see. Get notifications of when I'm streaming again. I will be taking a short break, something on the order of 15 to 20 minutes, and then coming back with streaming multiple tables. I might go as much as 4 tables, which is the limit you can play a cash game, but it might be just 2 tables, depending on how I decide I'm feeling. I'm still working on some aspects of my game that call for not automatic thinking. And to work on that, fewer tables is better. So I think it's going to be just 2 tables in when I'm back from my break. And my streaming schedule is Thursday through Monday. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, starting at around 1 o'clock Pacific time. And it's cash games because I am a cash game grinder. Oh, I'm not going to be streaming tomorrow because I'll be playing live cash at my local card room. But Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday are my streaming days. I play live cash on Fridays. Boom. Flush versus overflush. Ace-5 offsuit's not good enough. Seven trade diamonds they had and lost. This player bailed. And this is going to be my final hand. Thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate it. And play well and run better.